All right, now let's get into this article right here. Let's move ahead. Let's talk some basketball here. Who does LSU basketball want in the transfer portal? 4 players Coach Wade could target as we kind of switch gears and hit our basketball side of stuff. Shout out to NOLA.com, that mentions with the transfer portal basically, popping up here on Tuesday. There's some work to be done. Will Wade was hired to step in here, man. That's a lot of pressure on him to level up this. And kind of he had unfinished business the way he left the last time. It's time for Coach Wade to take possession and take this thing to the next level. So one of his declarations was centered on the team that he'll create. He said, we're going to create competitors, He said, we're going to recruit competitors that understand what it means to put those 3 letters across your chest every day. Wade said during that press conference, we're going to find 15 players that are willing to lay it on the line every night. Wade began filling out the roster tomorrow. When the transfer portal window opened officially, the Tigers coach said he'll have money to build a team that can compete immediately. As of Sunday evening, the Tigers have 3 players who have undecided futures, while LSU needs at every position. 4 names that Coach Wade could target in the portal coming up, right? Let's look into it. Najai Hines from Seton Hall. Hines was one of the best rim protectors in college basketball as a freshman. He's 6'10", 265 pounds, averaged 2.2 blocks per contest, and was the first in the Big East and tied for 4th in the nation, a rim protecting big center to help pose some serious defensive issues. Wade said he wants LSU to one day have a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense. His team will make progress in that goal, especially defensively, if it acquires Haynes. He was already the best defender on the team that was a top 15 defense analytically. Hines used his massive frame on offense too. He was a good offensive rebounder and showed fine touch around the basket. He averaged 6.5 points on 60+% shooting and 5.5 rebounds in 18 minutes rather. Before committing to Seton Hall, he considered Wade's North NC State's team last year before reclassifying for the 25 recruited cycle. So we know Coach Wade coming here, he was recruiting heavily for the Wolfpack team. A lot of his recruits, so he's not coming here bare bones. A lot of the recruits that Coach Wade was obviously using or trying to pick up in that side of things with North Carolina, he's going to obviously bring them on over to LSU, and I think that's worthwhile mentioning. So anyway, another one is KJ Lewis from Georgetown, 6'4", 210. One of the best perimeter defenders in the portal. At Georgetown in his first 2 seasons at Arizona, he toggled between defending guards and forwards. Thanks to his brawn and explosiveness, his hard-nosed style fits what Wade describes at his introductory press conference. We're going to be rooted in aggression. We're going to be rooted in toughness. Defensively, we're going to be disruptive. We're going to play aggressively defensively. Lewis left Arizona to take a larger scoring role where he averaged a team-high 15 points and 2.5 assists. While he wasn't the most efficient, shooting 41% from the field and 30.5% from downtown, his defensive tenacity remained. The junior averaged a career-high 2.1 assists per steals, which was second in the Big East. So that's the thing. So this is a tweet from a scout saying whatever team gets Florida Atlantic transfer Devin Vanterpool should celebrate. 6'4", 190, redshirt sophomore guard is a two-way beast who drives winning. So, this is the terrific situation. Devin Vanterpool, Florida Atlantic, another physical guard that fit what Coach Wade wants. Redshirt sophomore was his team's best perimeter defender, notching a team high 1.5 steals. He led the Owls with over 6 rebounds. He was given the American Athletic Conference Most Improved Player of the Year after putting up almost 16 points on 44% shooting from the field, shot 35% from downtown in 24 games. Now, Vanderpool took 6.2 3-pointers a night. He was capable of attacking closeouts and using his 190-pound frame to finish through contact. He's mature, and have athleticism on both sides should seamlessly translate to the Southeastern Conference. How about another one? Jeremiah Wilkinson from Georgia. Wilkinson, among the most prolific bucket getters in the SEC, averaged over 17 points a game. The sophomore was ninth in the conference in scoring and did not suffer a major drop-off in production during his conference play. 6'1", 185-pound guard is the most elite at three-point shooting. He shot almost 36% from behind the arc on 7.5 attempts per game. He was a comfortable lefty shooting form that can use off dribble and hit at standstill positions over contested defenders. Alongside his marksmanship, Wilkinson also possesses impressive athleticism to drive and finish at the rim. He has 15 total dunks, were the third most in the SEC among players who were 6'3" and shorter. Wade would also like Wilkinson's ability to force turnovers. He was 8th in the conference in steals per game with 1.6. So these are a couple of players. Jeremiah Wilkinson, the 6'1", 185-pound guard who averaged over 17 points a game, could drive your offense. Devin Vanterpool, 6'4" guard that is, one of the most improved players. He averaged over almost 16 points a game on 35% shooting from downtown. It took 6 3-pointers a night. That's interesting as well. And KJ Lewis is another one, a 6'4", 210 perimeter defender who is hard-nosed, who does that hard-nosed work, and also averaged 15 points a game and shot 30% from downtown on 41% from the field. So these are a few people, along with Najai Hines, the big center prospect who's 6'10", about 260, who defends around the paint, that you would want to add to your team. So that definitely, in my book, means that you doing that sort of thing. If you coach Wade, you obviously know when you were sitting up there and you were talking about players to bring to LSU to compete at a high level and being a top 10 offense, top 10 defense, these were the players that he was recruiting for his previous stop that he's simply going to bring over. And don't forget, people that he like he told you in an article, they got a lot of money. Just like LSU allowed Lane Kiffin to go with the NIL money and build his team, Coach, man, listen, Coach is going to do the damn same thing. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to go and find these guys. You can look at Coach Wade and see that he's happy to be back in the Bayou, man. It's unfinished business. We haven't been in the tournament or close to that since he was going the last 4 years with this McMahon joker was a complete atrocity. And having Coach Will Wade back, I know a lot of people talking slick about him and saying real reckless stuff about him and him cheating, but he paid for that. Now what he was doing then is legal. It's legal. So now he can build the team the right way, and him having multiple years here, you can see he's happy to be back in purple and gold and leading LSU to promise. We're going to see great basketball again. We hadn't seen it in a very long time. Competitive, good basketball where they playing in March, going to tournaments and competing. This could be our time. I told you this is a golden era of LSU stepping on the scene, and it's good to have Coach Wade back regardless of what they think. I'm glad to have Coach Wade back, because when him coming back mean that we're going to do something from a college basketball men's standpoint. Love our women, but the men have to step up and represent just like our ladies do. And do our ladies coming off a Sweet 16 appearance, the men got to level up. Coach Wade understands that coming here. And he got to follow suit, and he will. So with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all in this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Do me a service by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media. Hit the notification bell as well, man. And listen, fam, we're going to return at another date with more great talk from our Tigers, man. So with that being said, I'm out. Much love, and go Tigers.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the whodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the whodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.